Okay, so this Ansible is a configuration management system. Like without logging to the n number of servers, like if you take 100 servers, 50 servers, 20 servers, 10 servers, any n number of servers are there. So if you want to do any kind of a work in all servers at a time, so in your company organization or in your project related, any type of environment you take it, dev, SAT, UAT, production, any environment you take it. So a replica of a server, like I want to maintain the same kind of a configurations for one server which is present in one environment. Same configurations I want to go with the different environments.
What
So
the?
hello.
No,
Yeah, tell me.
no, nothing, bro.
Okay, some disturbance came. Okay, so if you want to configure the same kind of a server in different environments at a time, so no need to do the, like if you are creating user in one environment, same user if you want to present in another user also, same user I want to get into the other environment. So what are the configurations which we are making in the dev environment? Same configurations I want to maintain in the different environments without manual works. I don't want to go with the manual things. Everything I want to go with an automation one. So in that cases, what we can do? So we have to go with a configuration management tools called Ansible. Okay. So same kind of a server or same kind of a configurations. So same things. What are the activity you want to perform in the servers? We can do with a single tool Ansible, and main prerequisite is for implementing the Ansible is SSH connectivity. So if you want to do any activity, which may be any server, dev server, SAT, UAT, production, any server you take it. So there should be for each environment, there should be a control mission will be there. So from control mission to the different environments, so you have to make SSH connectivity. So first, if the SSH connectivity is good, then only we can perform the things. Okay. So SSH connect is the main thing for the Ansible. So if you don't have the proper SSH setup is not there, then Ansible, we can't work with Ansible. Okay. So main thing is SSH connectivity. Once you are able to do the SSH thing, then we can do the Ansible thing. Okay. So to implement for our testing purpose, we are taking 3 servers here. So one is control server is Ansible server here. So remaining all our node machines. You can take n number of node machines. You can take n number of node machines. Okay. Not only single server, n number of things is. So you can generate the key here. That key can be copied to the n number of servers. Which servers you want to do your activity? All the servers we need to do the copy that key. Okay. In this way, we can do the SSH connectivity. Once we do the SSH connectivity, we can do the one server work at a time manually if you want to do it. But if you want to do for all the servers at a time, you want to do it, then we can do the Ansible. Okay. So if you want to perform any activity, we will do SSH at a time with a single server only. We will do it. Okay. But with Ansible, we can do multiple servers work. Okay. At a time. Okay, so that is the thing. So main thing in Ansible is the host file, or in the real-time scenario or the interview perspective, they will ask it, what is inventory file? Inventory file is nothing but where we can maintain all host details. Okay, other group details, like if it is a DB servers means we can give any name like DB servers like this. This is a group name. Under the DB servers, you can maintain a number of IP address. So if it is a web servers, so no need to give the web servers name. You can give any name. Okay. So for our understanding, we can give app servers, web server, test servers like that. We'll give it. And here we will maintain the host details or domain names. Okay. So if you have a proper SSH connectivity, instead of if you don't have the IP address, if we have the domain name, we can also maintain the domain names also. Okay. So this is the group name. Under the group name, we can put n number of IP addresses. Okay. It may be any n number of IP addresses. We can maintain it. Okay. So this is the syntax for it. So all these things we have seen in the last class. So now how to write the main thing in the Ansible is Ansible commands. So if you don't want to run the commands each and every time, so commands is only for a testing purpose, like whether it's working fine or not. So mainly we are working on the playbooks. Okay. So this is the concept. Entire Ansible will works on the playbooks only. Okay. So in the interview perspective, also in the real-time scenario, so you Ansible, if you are working means you need to know about the playbooks. Okay. So this is very easy. Ansible is very easy when compared to the all the tools. Okay. Next, coming to the practical sessions. So now, okay. So we have three servers are there. Ansible server, node 1, node 2. Last time we have created. So we have restarted the server. Whenever you restart the server, only the public IP will change. Already I have modified it like 52, 194, 188, 188. Okay. So if you refer the last class, that IP address will vary. Okay. So when see the node machine 1, 232, 232. Okay. So when comes to the node machine 2, okay, 21, 203, 21, 203. Okay. So these details we are maintaining it. Okay. So now we need to connect one by one server here. Already I have told it. So to see server side by side, to see our workflow and to see the output of in other servers. So we are going to use for Ansible mobile stuff. Okay. So this software we are using to connect to see the server side by side. So click on the sessions SSH to which server you want to connect it. Host machine is my Ansible server. So control server I can take it. Specify username. EC2 username. Okay. Advanced. Use private key is there. Select this checkbox. Browse it. Okay. PAM file is fine. Okay. So now if you want to connect one more server, same process. SSH. Take your node machine 1. Copy it. Paste. Specify username. Use private key. SSH. SSH. Take the copy. Browse. Okay. So for our understanding, just I'm removing Ansible server. Okay. So this I'm renaming to the node machine 1. Okay. So just we will increase the font size. Okay. Just I'm clearing the screen. Clear the screen. Clear the screen. So whenever you restart the details, the first thing is in the real-time scenario, the servers will be always up and running. But our training purpose, we have stopped the servers for billing related. So whenever you restart the servers, just to confirm just to change to the root in the control machine, open the file, etc Ansible host. So this file we are going to call it as an inventory file. In this file only we are going to maintain all our host details. So come here. Last time we maintained the web server details. So now this IP address will change. Just we need to replace this IP address with new IP address. Okay. So now current IP address of the machine is no need to generate the key. Okay, key already copied it. Only we need to update the IP address. 54, 232, another is 1321. Okay, save the file. That's it. This is the one activity we need to update it. So next we will test the SSH EC2 user at the rate of. First thing is we need to check it SSH before running the playbook. Okay. So there is no problem with SSH connectivity. Because we already generated the get copy. That is a one time of activity. So that's the reason. Exit and try to test with another node also. Okay. So to SSH connectivity is working fine. Next is Ansible. First module is ping. We can go with all or we can go with server. Okay. First key. 21 server is able to reach. This server is we need to check it. Same thing, Ansible module. Okay. So now ping is the first module. We have seen it in the last session. So web servers, this name where we are getting. So this name we are getting from cat etc Ansible hosts. So in this file, we are maintaining the group name as a web servers. So the list of all the IP address and the domain name, we can able to ping it successfully. So once you are able to ping successfully, so if it is whether it's a reachable or not reachable, all the information we can get it from the ping model. Okay. So next thing is the Ansible. First, the prerequisite is SSH connectivity. Will test it. So once you do the SSH connectivity, so whether these services are all the servers or IP addresses which are maintaining in the host file, whether all we are able to ping it or not, whether it is reachable or not. Once you are able to ping it or it is able to reach it, then we can perform our Ansible work. Okay. Before starting any Ansible work, first we'll do these activities. Okay. So any case, if we are not able to run your Ansible playbook, so we need to first test your ping model, whether we are able to ping to from current server to the other servers, we are able to reach it not. If you stop that servers, we are not able to ping it. Okay. Sometimes. Okay. So next thing is Ansible modules. Okay. So what is modules is nothing but, so modules are nothing but, this is called as a one module. Ping is called as a module name. So what are Ansible modules are nothing but what are the activity you want to perform in your node servers or slave machines. Okay. So based upon the activity, they have segregated the module names. For example, if you want to perform any command. Okay. So if you want to perform any command, if you want to run any shell scripting. Okay. So if you want to install any software, this is one module. So if you want to create one user is the module. So if you want to create any file, okay, like this. So if you want to start any services, service model. So like that, based upon the requirement, based upon the what are the work you want to do in the server. So we need to identify the model name and each model will contain the parameters. Okay. So these are this is the model name and each model will have the parameters. So these parameters, one parameter is definitely mandatory will be there. So if you don't pass the mandatory parameter, so that command will not work. Okay, so remaining all are optional. If you don't pass also, that command or that model will be executed. Okay, so for each model, parameters are there. So parameter contains key and value. Suppose if you see the last example, file model. If you want to create a new file, the syntax will be like everything it will starts with Ansible. Which servers you want to execute it? My server details are next model -m a double quotes name. So stay path where you want to create a new file. Home is to user. Path is the mandatory thing. Something like main.yaml. This file I want to create it. New file. So if it is a new file means state equal to touch. Okay. So like that. If you want to give any permissions, mode. Okay. Owner. Owner is nothing but what is the ownership to this file, either root or EC2 user. Okay, if you don't pass owner and group, default values will be taken. Like this. So this is the way we can write the Ansible models. Okay, Ansible, if you are writing any command Ansible, in which servers you want to execute it, model name, and these are the arguments. This is the key. This is the value. 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 If you don't pass these things also, it will work. Why? Because these are not mandatory. Okay. So like that, we need to identify each and every model will have the same process. In the file place, we will replace with user model. The file place, we will replace with a model. So these parameters will change. So if you don't know anything about the how to use this model or what are the parameters that exist, okay, I want to see the examples means. So Ansible documentation is there. From there, we can get the complete information. What parameters? So if you pass anything wrong also, they will tell. So there is a problem with your syntax. Try to adjust your syntax. Okay. So like that, we need to go it. Okay. So we'll go with one by one model. So once we finish the model section, then we'll go with the playbooks. Okay. So I will try same command. I will write right here, execute here, and we'll check the details there. Okay. Okay. It got hang. Just drag and drop. Duplicate tab. Duplicate tab. Duplicate tab. Automation one, automation. Okay. So when you see the history here, so what are the activities we performed the last time thing? So we can see the history here. Okay. So last time we have done the SSH, then we have installed the Ansible, Amazon Linux extras, install Ansible 2. So this one we have installed it. So we have test with file mod. Okay. So you can see web service model equal to file. So if you want to execute as a root -b -a path where you want to call it mode state. Okay. So last time we have seen this example main.yaml ls. Okay. So now we will go with one by one module. What exactly we can do it. Okay. Suppose I want to get the host details of these two machines. So if you type the host name here, so we'll get the host name. So if you type the host name here also, we'll get the host name. Through script from the control machine, I want to get the other server details into here. Okay. So if you want to get the how much the system is running, what is the host name? Okay. All these things, if you want to get it, what are the Linux commands you are going to perform it, we can write it. Okay. Ansible. So web servers model is command. Okay. So hyphen arguments. So if you want to get the host name. Okay. So let us try these things. Copy it. Okay. So no such. See. Okay. You can see this. Let me open. So I want to get the host name of the both the servers. So here web servers we are maintaining it. So what are the command you are typing? Linux commands. What are the commands you know it? So two servers we can log in it and we get the host name. Same details in the multiple servers information like Linux commands if you want to perform in those activities. So we can do by using the command. Okay. So this is the argument. So command name is host name. So this is the host name of the 21 server. This is the host name of 232 server. Same thing if you want to get the information of how much time the system is running, uptime. Okay. So whatever the Linux command you know, I want to get the information of the Linux related activities. So in the Linux session, what are the commands you have learned it? So instead of logging to this server and getting the uptime information, process related information, any information, the Linux commands which you want to perform in both the servers. So same kind of activity, like I want to get the uptime of the both the servers. Okay. So here you can see the information. Okay. So in the here we have launched the two servers at a time. Two servers we have restarted at a time. Two servers we are doing the same activity. That's why we got the same information. Okay. So same thing if you want to perform it, we can do it. Okay. So same thing, any Linux command, if you want to get the file system information of the both the systems. Okay. I no need to log into the servers, but I can get the information of other servers. So if you want to perform any Linux commands, get the information. Okay. Host name, kernel information, Linux, CPU information, memory information, process related networking, storage, any kind of activity you take it. All the activities we can perform by using the command mode. Okay. So the command mode will help us to perform any kind of a commands information from all the servers we can get it. Okay. Understood, guys?
Okay.
Okay. So command is very important because all the activities related to your Linux environment, what are the commands you have learned in the Linux session, all the things we can performing it, we can get the information. Okay. So this is the way we can get it. Okay. So shell is nothing but your script. Okay. So shell script like related activities, like if you want to perform any operators like this, open brackets, close brackets. So these operators will not supported in the command module. So if you want to go with supported modules, okay, like open bracket, close the bracket, and greater than symbol, less than symbol. And if you want to go with a pipeline symbol, all these activities, operations will be performed in the shell script or shell module. Okay, so they will ask the difference between the command module and shell module in the interview perspective. So you need to tell that command will be like Linux commands. If you want to go with the special operators like open, left, less than symbol, and greater than symbol, and this operator pipeline symbol. So these type of operations will be supported in the scripting, shell scripting. Okay. So shell model, we can use it. If you want to perform these things, So Ansible, same command, web servers, module name is shell arguments. So we can do something like I want to go ls minus la. What is the current data is there? I can store the data in the table. Okay. So here we can see the symbols. Okay. Same thing if you want to get it, get the information, same thing. Ansible, web service, model, shell. You'll go with cat. Okay. So whatever the current information is there, ls minus la will be copied into the temp.txt. So we can display that data. Okay. So if you want to get the cat, no need to go with the shell. We can also go with command. Okay. So try to get this copied near the screen. So whenever you are putting any output into the file, so if you are getting the yellow color, okay, something changed is get nothing, but so it got executed successfully. If it is coming in the red color, there is a problem with your syntax. Okay, you can see. So in the both the servers, temp.txt is temp, so we can get the cat of the temp. This is the output we are expecting. Okay, so shell and command is the special symbols. It will be supported in the shell. If sometimes what will happen, if the command value is not working, then we can go with shell also. Okay, so this is the way we can write the shell. So next thing is we have one more thing is called user model. Creating a new user or deleting the user. Okay, so user related activities, Linux commands you perform it, right? So if you want to create a user, so we will create the user, but only the single server we have seen. So 50 servers I want to do the same activity. What I can do, I can go with, okay, same thing, Ansible, module, web servers, module, user, okay. So name of the user, Devops, password. Okay. So if you want to execute as a root, that's it. Okay. So when it comes to the CD home, if you see, we got the EC2 user. We don't have any new user is there. So if you want to create a new user, sorry, this is notification, right? So we have to check duplicate. Okay. So if you see the home folder, we don't have any other users are there. So home folder, okay. And if you see the cat of etc password. So in this file, the list of all the users information will comes here. Okay, EC2 user, default information. Now, if you want to create a new user here in both the servers, not a single server. So if you want to go with a single server, what we can do, we can create a user. Okay, we need to log in with root and we need to do it. Now I don't want to go with the like that. I want to go with the script. Okay, model, copy it, go to your control server. Okay, Ansible, servers details, which servers you want to execute, model, running as a root, arguments, key, value. Okay, so this is a mandatory name. So remaining all are optional. If you don't pass also, this will works. Okay, so model user, name equal to Devops. Okay, so user got created. Okay, so he belongs to the user group only. So just come here and ls. You can see DevOps user. Previously, we don't have the. So when you see cat, where it is cat. Okay. So before running this file, so you can see here, we don't have the DevOps user is there. Last is the AC user. Once you created the any new user, so the user will be added here. Okay. So now DevOps user is added. So is user ID and this is the group ID. So when it comes to the CD home folder, the list of all the users information will be seen. So here also we can see LS. Okay. You can see both the users in both the servers, the activity is performed. Just we need to know the model name. Okay. So now DevOps user is created. Now, if you want to log in with this user, whether I am able to log in it. Okay. We can't log in it because it will expecting the password to be thing. So if you want to do the login thing, just we need to log into the user. So password, DevOps, we need to change it. Okay. Already user exists. Just we need to change the password. Exit. Next is to DevOps. Okay. Who I am? Type it DevOps. Okay. So this is the way we can see. User will be created, but password they are expecting the encrypted formats. So some key related things will be there. So just we log into the root and change the password of the DevOps. PSSWD password. We will give the new password and try to log in with that password. Now you can see DevOps. Okay. Exit. Okay. So so they will follow some encryption mechanisms to log in with these things. Okay. So this is the way we can work with user. So if you want to, if you type the so DevOps, we can see if the user is exist only, we are able to log in it. So next, when we are okay. So now if you want to delete the user, same activity we can perform it. So Ansible web servers model is user model. I can go it. So if you want to delete the user, existent user, already user is there. Okay. So -b -a arguments. So name of the user is already user is exist. So here mainly focus on the state. State equal to if you put absent. Absent is nothing but deleting. Okay. Yes. Okay. So force false name DevOps remove false automatically state equal to absent if you are putting it. So this user got deleted. So when you try to log in with user does not exist. Okay. Same thing here also you can type user does not exist. Okay. So if somebody asks us to delete is nothing but in your mind, you need to take about state. Any software deletion, anything deletion, file deletion, anything happens. So we need to remember one keyword called state. So this keyword will help us to remove any kind of activity. Okay. So now we have seen about the file model. So how to create a file model? Already people, path, state. Okay. So owner, group, state, mode, anything you can create. Same thing if you want to create a directory. I want to create a directory. You have seen about the file model. Now I want to create a new directory here. Here I want to create a directory. CD slash home. It will there, user will be there, but we can't log in with the details. Okay, if you see, It got deleted. User does not exist. If the user exists only, we can log in it. Okay. So now I want to create one directory here. Okay. So if you want to create a directory or a file, anything, so we have to use same module file only. File module will help us to create a files and directories. Okay. So next thing is -b. That's it. Okay. So next path, where you want to create a directory. So that path we need to create it. I want to create a directory name is testing. Here state equal to touch. Instead of touch, we need to put directory. That's it. Okay. So if you want to give any permissions, we can give the permissions. That's it. So same file model only we can use it. So if you are a file means we need to give the file name and state equal to touch we need to maintain for the file. So if you are maintaining the directory, so then we need to give the directory as a state equal to directory. Okay. So if you see here, we don't have any testing folder is there. We are going to create a testing directory mode. Okay. It executed successfully. Same thing we can come ls. ls. Okay. Same thing. If you want to delete a directory, what we need to do? Instead of state equal to directory, what we need to place? Just state equal to absent. That's it. So why we are doing this activity is nothing but for dev SAT UAT, you will be having the access. For the production, we don't will have the access. So before moving to the production, everything we need to test in the pre-production environment. Somebody asked us to delete the files and create the new files. Okay. So entire workflow they will tell for you. So you need to prepare this all these commands you need before performing any kind of activity. Okay, so that's the reason we are covering each and everything. So now directory is there. I want to delete this directory. I want to delete this file. Okay, so same file module path state equal to absent. That's it. Okay, just press enter and check here. Okay. Okay, so for creating the directory, state equal to directory. So if you want to create a file, state equal to touch. So something if you don't pass, okay, wrongly. So what will happen? Suppose now I want to delete a file. Main.yaml file is there. So I want to delete this file. So state equal to absent will keep it. So instead of absent place, I'm keeping absent one. Mistakenly I have typed in. So if you type, okay. So when you pass state equal to absent one, so this value it is not understanding by this module. So it will give that message. The value of state must be one of the things, either absent, directory, either file, hard, link, touch, or these things only we should get. We should pass. But we got this value. Just update the state value among one of these. Okay. So like that we can do it. So we can delete the option. Okay. So now main.yaml file, if you want to delete in both all the servers, okay. So you can go with model equal to file, path, and state equal to absent. That's it. Enter. So if you are getting the red, yellow color, means the command has executed successfully in both the servers. Come here, check it. Okay. So creating the files, deleting the file directories at a time. So Linux commands we have seen only for the single server. So, but through Ansible playbook, we can configure all the servers at a time. Okay. So now here some important file is there. Okay. So cd ECT user. So touch database dot properties. Okay, so this is one of the important file is that this file has to be copied to both the servers. Okay, so previously we have seen creating the file. Now I want to copy the file. Now I want to copy the file from my control server to the all the servers. Okay, so for that one, we are going to use the model called copy model. Okay, same thing, Ansible, which servers you want to execute it, model copy. Okay, root. Okay, so here we have the parameters is source and destination. That's it. Source is nothing but your control server source where the file path is, and the destination is where your file. Okay, so my source path is home EC2 user database dot properties. Destination is home EC2 user. Okay, so like that. Okay, so copy model source to the destination. This is my source file. I want to copy this file into my destination location is this one. Okay, so same thing we can test it here. Okay, when you do the ls, we don't have any database.properties file. So if you see in the node version 2 also, we don't have any database.properties file. Same thing we can do the copy paste control. Okay, so just to remember the syntax, which servers you want to execute, model parameter source destination. Okay, so it got copied. Let us see. Okay, so like that. So creating the new file is different, and copy the file which has something content or any important file is there from source to the destination, like Ansible server to the control server to the different node machines if you want to transfer it. So then we can go with the copy model. Okay, so next I want to install some softwares here. For example, now I want to install Git in all the machines at a time. Git is, if you type the Git, you don't have any softwares. Okay, so I want to set up the same kind of a software in all the environments with same configurations. So what we need to do, Ansible, server details, module, yeah. So if it is a CentOS machine server, we are using M. So if it is a Ubuntu machine means it will be changing app-get. Okay, so as we are using CentOS, RHL 7s, RHL 8s, okay. So that's the reason we are using the M module. Okay, and the root arguments name equal to which software you want to execute it. Okay, Git. So if you want to execute multiple, we need to put comma. Okay, so if you want to install Maven also. Okay, something if you take the Maven version here, Maven command line. So if you install Maven, Maven comes along with Java also. Okay, so Java will be installed along with Maven. So Git Maven. Okay, so if you want to go with any other services, all the softwares at a time, so we can go and install the softwares. Okay, so if you want to go with something like Apache web server, okay, so then we will go with HTTP. Okay, so state equal to what we need to maintain latest. So what is the latest software is there? So take the Git, HTTP both softwares and try to install it here. Okay, so Git -- version we can take it and ps-ef grep HTTP. Okay, so like that we can check it. Two softwares, same thing we can check here also. Now I'm going to execute this command. Okay, so we paste double quotes. Okay, so you can see it got installed both the things in both the servers. So it got installed the softwares. So to test this one, just will go here and type the, see when you type the git version, previously we don't get the git. So now we have installed the git. Same thing you can come and check the node machine 2 also. Okay, you can see the differences. 203 is the server and 3513 is the server. Okay, so now if you see the ps minus ef grep httpd, so still the software is installed, but it is not coming up and running. So to make the service start or restart anything you want to performing it, so then we are going to use the model called service. Service model will help us to restart the services like HTTPD. Any process is running, if it is a start state. So Jenkins is not running. Jenkins. So how we are doing the restarts? Generally, system CTL status will check it. So if it is not running, system CTL start Jenkins will use it. Okay. Service name, status like that. Service name, start like that. So if you want to restart it, we will use restart. Same thing if you want to perform the all the restart or status things, anything you are going to do it. So we can perform with service. Okay. So same thing. Now if you do the PS minus F grep, so this service is not running. Okay. Same thing, system CTL status HTTPD. This HTTPD we are going to call it as a Apache server. Okay. So this is selling, it is inactive. In order to start this service, already the software is installed. Okay. Now, if you want to restart the services, you can go with Ansible, web servers, module. Module name is very important here. Service is the module name. So here it has to be strike automatically for installation software, restarting, copying file, user creations, anything we need to remember the module here. So module is the service, run as a root, arguments, name of the software, name equal to HTTP, state equal to restart. That's it. Okay. So for this model, so name of the service we need to tell it. So name of the service is I want to restart it. Just press enter. Okay. So it should be restarted, not restart. So we need to go restarted. Okay, it got restarted. So now you can come and check the same command here. Systemctl status. Now you can see it's active and running. Okay, same thing you can check. Status HTTP. Like that. So any processor, any service is not running. So if you want to restart the service, somebody has updated the configuration files. So they ask that finally you need to restart it. So we need to go with restarts or anything, start, stop, or anything. So same thing, I want to stop it. Okay. So now we have seen about the status. So when you see the status, service name, status. Okay. You can say it is running. So I want to stop this service. Same thing, instead of restarted. So we can go with stopped. That's it. So if you do this activity, so the service will be stopped. It got stopped. To check this one, okay, become inactive. Okay, again, if you want to start it, restart it. A number of times you can do it. Active. Okay, so like that, we can install any kind of software If you want to stop it, restart it, okay? All the things we can perform with the help of the service model. Okay, so like that we can go with these models: ping, command, shell, gem, user, copy, okay, file, service, like that. So all these things, what are the commands we have learned? So we will put in a same kind of a file. That file we are going to call as a playbook. Okay, so how to playbook, how to write a playbook and everything we'll see in the next class. Okay, so any doubts, case, any questions?
No, no.
No. Okay, chalo, bye guys. We'll catch up in the next class.